Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 15th edition of the Booker. Today I'm going to be talking about how I would book the future of the Bloodline. So I'll cut straight to the chase. I believe Solo Sikoa will end up joining Roman Reigns in the Bloodline. And now you have Roman, Jacob, Solo, Jay, and Jimmy. You have 5 members of the Bloodline. And fast forward to Crown Jewel. I believe we'll see Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the Crown Jewel Championship. It'd be champion versus champion, OTC1 versus QB1, who's number one. And I believe it'd be fitting for this match to take place here at Crown Jewel, especially because it's around the same time the movie Street Fighter releases, which they are both in. But I believe Roman Reigns would win this match. And now, after Crown Jewel, Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, they feel like they can't be stopped. And then, out of nowhere, 4 men in black hoodies attack the Bloodline. And they reveal themselves one by one. And the first person to be revealed is Tama Tonga. Then it's Tala Tonga. Then the third member is a returning Tonga Loa. And then the 4th member is revealed as Zia Fatu. We see the debut of Zia Fatu. And now, heading into War Games, you have 5 versus 4. And those 4 men need a 5th member. And at Survivor Series War Games, that 5th member is revealed. And that 5th member is the one who's pulling the strings. And that 5th member is none other than The Rock. We see the grand return of The Rock. The Rock finally makes his return. And The Rock, he ends up pinning Roman Reigns to help win War Games. And I gotta say, I believe it'd be really fitting to have The Rock return here at Survivor Series War Games, because this particular Survivor Series War Games would mark the 30th anniversary of when The Rock made his debut. And now, you have Bloodline versus Bloodline. You have The Rock, Zia Fatu, Tala Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga. And then you have Roman, Jacob, Solo, Jay, and Jimmy. And you can have 3 big matches out of this. You can obviously have Rock versus Roman, Zia Fatu versus Jacob Fatu, the Battle of the Cousins. And then you have 3 of Haku's boys versus 3 of Rikishi's boys. And you can even have Haku and Rikishi in their corners as well. And now, during the build to WrestleMania 43, I'd have The Rock versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. You have Tribal Chief versus High Chief. And I'd like to see this announced before the Rumble. And with this, you can have the Royal Rumble winner face the undisputed WWE Champion at WrestleMania 43. And also with this, you can have the undisputed WWE Champion defend his title inside the Elimination Chamber. You can kind of change things up a little bit there. But during the build for The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 43, I'd like to see a vignette between the two where they're face-to-face in the Samoan Islands. I think it would be fitting and pretty cool. And, I'd like to see The Rock congratulate Roman about defeating Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel, because now The Rock, he doesn't want Cody Rhodes as his champion, and he doesn't want his soul anymore, because now Roman defeated Cody Rhodes in the trilogy and has proven that he is the #1 guy now. So now The Rock, he's back for Plan A, like how he originally returned in 2024 to face Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 40. And, with this now, maybe The Rock sees Roman like he's a little cocky, and that he thinks that he's the best Samoan and that he runs WWE. And now The Rock's here because or The Rock's back because he believes that, he's the people's champion, he's the high chief, and he's a TKO board of director. He's the one who runs things around here. And maybe The Rock sees Roman and his bloodline being disrespectful towards Haku's boys and Zia Fatu. And maybe Roman, how he believes how he has his power in WWE, sends Tala Tonga and Tama Tonga to NXT. And maybe Roman doesn't want Zia Fatu in WWE. So, now The Rock, he brings in Tala Tonga, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Zia Fatu. And that's, his bloodline now. And also, maybe, and I also got to mention The Rock, he sees Haku as family. So, that's The Rock's family who Roman Reigns is disrespecting. And maybe, Haku's boys and Zia Fatu, they see Roman's bloodline as disrespectful because Solo Sikoa, he's using Umaga's finisher, which is Zia Fatu's father. And Jacob Fatu, he's using Haku's finisher, which is obviously Haku's boys. That's their father, Haku. And, now you have this build-up of Bloodline versus Bloodline, which ultimately culminates at WrestleMania 43, where you obviously have Roman versus The Rock. But in the end, Roman Reigns, he defeats The Rock, he retires The Rock, and The Rock passes the torch to Roman Reigns of being High Chief. And in the end, the whole bloodline comes together and they're on good terms now. And now after WrestleMania 43, there will be a tournament, bloodline members only, to determine who the next tribal chief will be now. So, that's all that I got. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.